Explain why sustainable use of renewable resources is important and give two examples. Sustainable use of renewable resources ensures that they are not depleted faster than they can actually regenerate, preserving them for future generations. For example, forests can provide timber if trees are replanted and allowed to grow, and rivers can provide water if pollution is controlled. Unsustainable use leads to resource depletion, environmental harm, and loss of ecosystem services. Number 2. Describe the causes and effects of groundwater depletion in Punjab. Groundwater depletion in Punjab is caused by excessive extraction for irrigation, especially due to water intensive crops like wheat and paddy, and free electricity encouraging over pumping. This leads to lowered water tables, making water inaccessible and increasing extraction cost. Contaminants from pesticides and fertilizers pollute groundwater, posing a health risk. The long term effects threaten water security and agricultural sustainability in the region. Number 3. What are ecosystem services? Give examples and explain their importance. Ecosystem services are benefits humans receive from natural ecosystems. For example, forests purify air and water, prevent soil erosion, and provide habitat for wildlife. Pollination by insects supports crop production. These services maintain environmental balance and human well being. Protecting ecosystems ensures continued availability of clean water, fertile soil, and biodiversity, essential for life and economic activities. Number 4. Discuss the role of the International Solar Alliance and India's contribution to renewable energy. The International Solar Alliance is a coalition of sunshine rich countries aiming to promote solar energy use. India co founded ISHA to support sustainable development by sharing technology, financing, and expertise. India's Bhadla Solar Park is a leading example of large scale solar energy generation. Through ISHA, India helps developing nations to transition from fossil fuels to clean energy, reducing pollution and fostering economic growth. How do traditional farming practices contribute to soil conservation and sustainable agriculture? Traditional farming methods like crop rotation, mixed cropping, use of organic manure, and natural pest repellents maintain soil fertility and structure. They support beneficial soil organisms, reduce chemical dependency, and prevent soil erosion and degradation. Such practices promote long term agricultural productivity, biodiversity, and ecological balance, offering sustainable alternatives to chemical intensive modern farming. What is the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources? Give examples. Renewable resources can naturally regenerate over time and be used sustainably, such as solar energy and forest. Non-renewable resources like coal and petroleum form over millions of years and cannot be replenished quickly. Using non-renewables rapidly leads to depletion. Sustainable use of renewables require managing natural cycles to prevent overexploitation, while non-renewables should be used judiciously to delay exhaustion and support a transition to cleaner alternatives. Number 2. Explain how industrial waste affects natural resources and what measures can reduce this impact. Industrial waste often pollutes water, air, and soil by releasing harmful chemicals and non-degradable substances. This pollution disrupts ecosystems, harms wildlife, and reduces the ability of natural resources to regenerate. To reduce this impact, industries should treat waste before disposal, adopt cleaner technologies, recycle materials, and follow government guidelines like those from the Central Pollution Control Board to minimize environmental damage and protect human health. How does uneven distribution of natural resources affect human settlements and economic development? Natural resources are unevenly distributed, influencing where people live and what industries develop. Resource rich areas attract industries, create jobs, and boost local economies, often leading to urban growth. However, exploitation may displace communities or harm sacred sites, causing conflicts. Unequal resource distribution can also fuel regional and international disputes. Effective governance and fair resource management are essential to balance development with social and environmental concerns. Number 4. Discuss the importance of groundwater recharge and methods to enhance it. Groundwater recharge is the natural process of rainwater or surface water soaking into the ground to replenish underground aquifers. It maintains water availability for drinking, agriculture, and ecosystems. Enhancing recharge includes rainwater harvesting, protecting natural water bodies, reducing surface runoff by planting trees, and repairing traditional ponds and tanks. These methods help prevent water scarcity and support sustainable groundwater use. Number 5. What lessons can be learned from Sikkim's transition to organic farming? Sikkim's transition to 100% organic farming shows that sustainable agriculture is possible with initial patience and effort. Using natural fertilizers and pest repellents improved soil health and biodiversity, leading to higher crop quality and better farmer incomes. The state's model attracted tourism and boosted the local economy, demonstrating how environmental conservation and economic development can coexist through careful planning and traditional knowledge. Why is it important to consider cultural and economic factors before exploiting natural resources? Cultural acceptance ensures that resource use respects local traditions and sacred places, preventing social conflicts. Economic feasibility means resources should be exploited only if the technology and costs allow sustainable extraction. Ignoring these factors can lead to social unrest, environmental harm, and wasted investments. Responsible use balances cultural values, economic needs, and environmental sustainability for long term benefits. Number 2. How does climate change impact renewable natural resources like glaciers and forests? Climate change causes glaciers to melt faster than they can be replenished, reducing river flows and water availability. Forests face stress from changing temperatures and weather patterns, leading to loss of biodiversity and reduced timber production. These impacts disrupt natural cycles of regeneration and threaten ecosystems and human livelihoods dependent on these resources. Number 3. Explain the concept of ecosystem functions and ecosystem services with examples. Ecosystem functions are natural processes like oxygen production by trees, water filtration by forests, and pollination by insects. Ecosystem services are benefits humans gain from these functions, such as clean air, fertile soil, and crop pollination. Protecting ecosystems ensures these services continue, supporting human health, agriculture, and economic activities. What are the environmental impacts of cement production and how can they be mitigated? Cement production releases dust and pollutants, causing air, soil, and water pollution, which harm plants, animals, and humans. To mitigate impacts, factories follow pollution control guidelines, use cleaner technologies, and develop alternative materials like mud and recycled plastics. Sustainable building practices reduce pollution and promote local employment. Describe how renewable energy resources contribute to sustainable development. Renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower provide clean, inexhaustible power, reducing reliance on fossil fuels. They lower greenhouse gas emissions, combat climate change, and improve air quality. Investing in renewables creates jobs, supports economic growth, and ensures long term energy security, contributing to sustainable development goals. Number 1. What is the natural resource curse and how can it be avoided? The natural resource curse refers to resource rich regions sometimes experiencing slower economic growth due to poor management, corruption, or lack of industrial development. It can be avoided by investing in technology, skill development, and industries that add value to raw materials. Good governance and sustainable resource use ensure that Natural wealth benefits all sections of society and supports long term prosperity. Number 2. How do traditional water harvesting methods help in conserving groundwater? Traditional water harvesting, like building ponds, tanks, and recharge pits, captures rainwater and allows it to seep into the ground, replenishing groundwater levels. These methods reduce dependence on groundwater extraction, prevent water scarcity, and maintain ecological balance. Reviving such practices helps restore natural water cycles and ensures water availability for agriculture and daily use. Number 3. Explain the impact of over extraction of groundwater on agriculture and communities. Over extraction lowers water tables, making it harder and more expensive to access water. It leads to water scarcity, reduced crop yields, and soil degradation. Contaminants from pesticides can pollute groundwater, causing health issues. Communities dependent on agriculture face economic hardships, and long-term sustainability is threatened unless groundwater use is regulated and alternative water resources are developed. Number 4. What are the benefits of organic farming compared to chemical intensive farming? Organic farming improves soil health by using natural fertilizers and pest repellents, enhancing biodiversity and reducing pollution. It produces healthier crops without harmful chemical residues, supports sustainable agriculture, and often results in better prices for farmers. Organic farming conserves natural resources, reduces environmental harm, and promotes long-term agricultural productivity. Why is it important to balance resource extraction with sustainability? Balancing resource extraction with sustainability ensures that natural resources are available for future generations, protects ecosystems, and maintains environmental health. Unsustainable extraction leads to resource depletion, pollution, and social conflicts. Sustainable management promotes economic development while conserving biodiversity and ecosystem services vital for human well-being.